Hi everyone, my name is Franklin Santos. I cannot be with you today as I am currently in class. So I have pre-recorded this speech for you all. In May, I received an email from Dr. Edward saying I was invited to attend El Futuro is Here, which was a conference in Chicago. After a few hours, I responded by asking him if there was a chance to talk to him so he could explain a little about the conference. We met, and he explained that Catholic colleges in the United States have a conference every 2 years in Chicago to see how our faith can be increased on college campuses, and also take ideas on how to welcome Latino students so that they feel at home, since many of us face challenges, for example, language. I must say that I was happy to know that Catholic colleges seem interested in growing the faith of students, which is something essential in the life of human beings. It was a privilege alongside Vivian and Dr. Edward to represent our beloved Albertus Magnus College. The first thing I loved about this conference was meeting many people from all over the country, all gathered for the same purpose with one faith in one church. We all shared experiences that we already had at school. Young people with unique and impeccable leadership. One of the themes I loved the most was Haciendo Lío, which is what the Pope Francis calls us to do. Lío means going out into the streets to serve others. Pope Francis wants the church to take the streets. In other words, Christians not only should be active in church, it is necessary for us to stay active in our community. Community is a pillar of value here at Albertus Magnus College. El Futuro is Here was a moment of living in a community with students, faculty, and staff. One of the phrases that the presenter said that caught my attention was, "Al que tiene a Dios, nada le falta. He who has God lacks nothing." Therefore, we must keep our faith strong to do our part by serving others, especially the poor who suffer every day. Something interesting was that this conference took place at the same time Pope Francis was in Lisbon, Portugal, for the World Youth Day, with 1.5 million young people. World Youth Day is an international meeting of young people with the presence of the Pope that takes place every 2 or 3 years in different cities around the world. The purpose of the World Youth Day is to promote faith within younger community. It emphasized brotherhood, unity, and peace. Then I thought how good it would be if our college sent some Albertus students to the World Youth Day. As you know, we receive Latino students every year here at Albertus, and many of them fight for so many challenges that they meet. For example, language. As I said at the beginning of my talk, when I decided college here at Albertus 2 years ago, I hardly knew English. I still struggle, but I continue to learn. I was very embarrassed to speak English in front of people. I know that I'm not the only one, and I won't be the last one that struggled with English. One of the ideas discussed at this conference is that we should help students who struggle with the language and other things. We must serve those people who come from different parts of the world, guiding them in the best way so that they do not feel abandoned and feel at home. And thus fulfill one of our pillars, which is service. And what better than to support new students who face this reality? We could teach them how to use academic applications such as e-learning. Invite them to special events. We must be in contact with these people at least during the first day at school. In addition, we could send a message via email to the parents of the students, because there are cases in which parents come to drop off their children and return home worried about them. Indeed, this was a prayerful conference, which is essential. 2 weeks ago, I asked my confirmation students the following question: do you think praying is important? One said no, and then I asked why. She said, no, because God will always be with me. Of course, God is always with us, but God also comes into our lives by invitation. It is important to pray. Jesus, the Almighty, the King of Kings, prayed. Why we shouldn't? Furthermore, Jesus taught us a beautiful prayer, the Our Father. On our campus, prayer is necessary to fulfill the pillar of prayer by inviting all students. We Latino have many prayer traditions that we could apply in our Alberto's community. Each country has its Marian dedication. For example, I am from Honduras, and we celebrate Our Lady of Suyapa on February 3rd. Mexico celebrates Our Lady of Guadalupe on December 12th. On February 3rd, when Honduras celebrates Our Lady of Guadalupe, it would be nice to have a mass here and invite all the students, faculty, and staff, and thus learn a little about the history of Our Lady of Suyapa and Honduras. After Mass, we could eat something typical of the country. Celebrating the Marian feast of each country of students on campus would be great. These devotions in our college would unite us more in a community of faith. Likewise, praying the Holy Rosary with students once a month would be fantastic. Finally, letting students themselves be groups leaders on campus is always nice. Thus, they receive their studies, and we are helping them to mature in leadership. Likewise, and this is for students, we must study hard, giving everything we can, getting help from tutors, reviewing the classes, taking notes, and talking with our professors and classmates, thus achieving our pillar of study. But without forgetting that it is crucial to pray to God and ask for wisdom, understanding, and the ability to listen. Thank you very much.